Welcome to the world of aviation maintenance, where human factors play a pivotal role in ensuring safety and efficiency. In this video, we'll explore the essential concepts behind human factors, focusing on how they impact aviation maintenance technicians. From fatigue and stress to communication and teamwork, understanding these elements is crucial for anyone seeking EASA certification. As we begin, remember that human factors are not just theoretical, they're practical, influencing every task and decision in the maintenance environment. Let's dive into the basics and discover why this subject is considered one of the most important in aviation safety. Human conditions such as fatigue, complacency, and stress are critical in aviation maintenance. These factors, collectively known as human factors, directly cause or contribute to a significant number of aviation accidents. Studies show that at least 80% of maintenance-related incidents involve human factors. If not properly managed, they can lead to injuries, wasted time, and even catastrophic accidents. Aviation maintenance technicians often work in challenging environments, late hours, confined spaces, and under physical and mental strain. Awareness of these influences helps control possible accidents and ensures safer operations. Aviation safety relies heavily on proper maintenance. Errors such as incorrect installation of parts, missing components, or skip checks can be difficult to detect and may remain latent, affecting aircraft safety for extended periods. Maintenance technicians face unique human factors, often working during odd hours and in adverse conditions. The work requires both physical stamina and meticulous attention to detail. Proper documentation and logging are just as important as the hands-on tasks. Even minor errors can lead to cost increases, missed deadlines, injuries, warranty claims, and major incidents traced back to maintenance mistakes. Anticipated or abnormal medical conditions, such as reduced vision or obesity, can influence an aviation maintenance technician's work. These conditions are classified as latent medical or environmental conditions, LMEC. For example, aging affects visual inspection abilities, while obesity can lead to behaviors described by the dirty dozen of human factors. Awareness of these conditions leads to improved quality, safer environments, and a more responsible workforce. Reducing errors, even minor ones, provides measurable benefits, including cost savings and fewer injuries. Human factors in maintenance are organized using the PAIR model: people, environment, actions, and resources. Developed specifically for aviation maintenance, PAIR helps technicians identify and manage human factors in their daily tasks. People covers physical, cognitive, and social suitability for tasks. Environment includes both physical conditions like lighting and temperature, and organizational aspects such as supervision and culture. Actions focus on task requirements, procedures, and documentation. Resources encompass everything needed to complete the job, from tools to training. Understanding PAIR is fundamental for effective human factors management. People aspect of PAIR focuses on the human element in maintenance. This includes sensory capabilities like vision and hearing, physical characteristics such as strength and reach, and cognitive abilities like memory and decision-making. Suitability for tasks involves not only technical training, but also factors like fatigue, stress, and motivation. Leadership, supervision, and teamwork skills are crucial for ensuring tasks are performed safely and efficiently. Recognizing the limits of human performance helps prevent errors and supports a safer maintenance environment. Maintenance environment presents numerous challenges, including working outdoors, high noise levels, temperature extremes, and poor lighting. These conditions increase the probability of error. The organizational environment also plays a role, with factors like supervision quality, time pressures, and safety culture influencing performance. Management style and workplace norms can affect decision-making and the likelihood of mistakes. Awareness of both physical and organizational environments is essential for identifying and mitigating error-producing conditions. Actions in the PAIR model refer to the hands-on requirements needed to complete maintenance tasks. This includes gathering information, following approved procedures, and managing both physical and mental demands. Documentation is a significant part of maintenance, with technicians spending a substantial portion of their time on paperwork. Clear and user-friendly procedures are vital, as ambiguous or outdated documentation can lead to errors. Proper task management and communication requirements are also part of this element. Resources are the broadest component of PAIR, covering everything needed to perform maintenance work. This includes personnel, spares, technical manuals, tools, and personal protective equipment. Time and training availability are also critical. Many incidents begin with a lack of necessary resources, leading to workarounds or disruptions. Identifying deficiencies in resources and addressing them is essential for safe and effective maintenance operation. Positive organizational environment is characterized by sufficient staff, adherence to procedures, quick management response to unsafe situations, encouragement to report errors, and a just culture policy. Negative traits include excessive hours, shortcuts, rapid staff turnover, and reliance on informal work practices. Evaluating your organization against these criteria helps identify areas for improvement and supports a culture of safety. Dirty dozen refers to 12 common human error preconditions that act as precursors to accidents or incidents. These include lack of communication, distraction, lack of resources, stress, complacency, lack of teamwork, pressure, lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, fatigue, lack of assertiveness, and norms. Understanding these factors helps technicians recognize and prevent errors before they lead to incidents. Complacency, one of the dirty dozen, was a key factor in the Aloha Airlines Flight 243 accident. Maintenance failed to detect significant desponding and fatigue damage, leading to an explosive decompression. Contributing causes included poor supervision, inadequate inspection, and lack of proper documentation. This event led to major changes in aviation safety policies and procedures, highlighting the importance of vigilance and adherence to maintenance standards. Following the Aloha Airlines accident, investigators made 18 safety recommendations. These included revising maintenance programs, requiring formal certification and training, developing inspection programs, and enhancing quality assurance. The recommendations aim to address complacency, pressure, fatigue, lack of resources, and communication issues identified in the accident. Implementing these changes improved maintenance practices and reduced the risk of similar incidents. British Airways BAC 111 windscreen blowout was caused by incorrect installation of retention bolts, a result of staff shortages, time pressure, and lack of communication. The maintenance manager failed to follow procedures, and inadequate supervision allowed the error to go undetected. This case underscores the importance of proper documentation, teamwork, and adherence to approved data. Safety recommendations included reviewing quality assurance systems and introducing job descriptions for maintenance roles. The Dash 8 incident, technicians manufactured a substitute cover plate without engineering approval due to lack of spare parts and time pressure. The replacement part caused the nose gear to jam during a test flight. The company's culture of getting the job done led to shortcuts and risky decisions. This case highlights the dangers of informal practices and the need for proper planning, resources, and adherence to procedures. Boeing 737 accident occurred when the pressurization mode selector was not reset to auto after maintenance. Vague manual instructions and lack of communication contributed to the error. The crew failed to recognize the selector's position, leading to hypoxia and a fatal crash. This case emphasizes the importance of clear procedures, proper communication, and attention to detail in maintenance tasks. In this incident, lone working practices, inadequate lighting, and time pressure led to the incorrect fitting of a main wheel. The technician relied on support from baggage handlers and refuel technicians, but lacked proper resources and communication. Commercial pressures influenced maintenance decisions, highlighting the need for robust support processes and clear communication to prevent errors. Torch left in the nose wheel steering cable run caused damage and impaired steering. Time pressure, inadequate tool control, poor inspection, and a poorly lit work area contributed to the error. The technician was distracted and failed to remove the torch, illustrating how mundane tasks can lead to serious incidents if proper controls and vigilance are not maintained. Murphy's Law states, "Whatever can go wrong will go wrong." This principle originated from a 1949 experiment and has become a guiding concept in aviation safety. Designers install fail-safes to prevent costly failures, but Murphy's Law reminds us to anticipate problems and maintain a strong safety culture. Expecting things to go wrong and preparing accordingly helps avert disasters and supports a good safety record. Human performance factors, both physical and mental, affect the working environment of aviation maintenance technicians. Vision, hearing, information processing, attention, perception, and memory are all critical. Like mechanical components, humans have limitations and can fail under certain conditions such as stress or fatigue. Social and emotional factors also influence performance, making awareness and management of these elements essential for safety. Vision is vital for maintenance technicians, as many tasks rely on visual inspection. The eye functions like a camera, with the cornea, iris, lens, and retina working together to create images. Visual acuity, the ability to see sharp detail, is affected by physical imperfections, environmental factors, and fatigue. Proper lighting and protective eyewear are essential for maintaining good vision and preventing errors. Visual acuity can be limited by imperfections in the eyes, environmental conditions, and the nature of the object being viewed. Nearsightedness and farsightedness require corrective lenses, while cataracts, astigmatism, and glaucoma can cause additional problems. Environmental factors like lighting, dust, and glare also impact vision. Technicians must be aware of these limitations and use appropriate corrective measures to ensure accurate inspection. Color vision is necessary for recognizing components, distinguishing wires, and using diagnostic tools. Color defective vision, often hereditary, affects about 8% of men and can make it difficult to distinguish between red and green. Night vision relies on peripheral vision and rods, which are more sensitive in low light. Aging and environmental factors can reduce color discrimination and visual acuity, making awareness and adaptation important. Presbyopia, the age-related loss of near vision, starts around age 35 and becomes significant by age 52. This condition affects mechanics' ability to perform visual inspections. Prescription spectacles and readers can compensate for loss of accommodation, but users must understand their zones of vision. Education and awareness are important for older technicians to maintain inspection accuracy and safety. Continuous exposure to high noise levels can be fatiguing and affect cognitive tasks. The ear consists of the outer, middle, and inner sections, each playing a role in detecting sounds and maintaining balance. Hearing protection such as earplugs and headsets is essential in noisy environments. However, ear protection can restrict hearing warnings from team members or approaching hazards, so caution and attention are necessary. Noise can be disruptive, interfering with communication, causing accidents by masking warning signals and leading to fatigue and errors. High-frequency noise is particularly harmful. Hearing protection can reduce noise levels but must be used consistently and as instructed. Reducing noise at the source or moving away from noisy areas is preferable but not always practical. Awareness and proper use of protection are key to maintaining hearing and performance. Hearing loss is not inevitable with age. Workplace exposures to noise, solvents, and fuels are major causes. Studies show that older workers and those with long tenure are more likely to have hearing loss. Health and safety programs aim to limit exposures and prevent miscommunication. Annual audiograms, noise monitoring, and matching work assignments to personnel with known hearing loss are important strategies. Information processing involves 5 stages. gathering information, perception or assessment, evaluation and decision-making, action response, and feedback. Technicians use their senses to collect information, assess its meaning, make decisions, act, and receive feedback. High workload and information overload can degrade performance and increase error likelihood. Understanding this process helps technicians analyze errors and improve decision-making. Attention is the concentration of mental effort on specific elements, while perception involves organizing and interpreting sensory data. Selective, divided, focused, and sustained attention are all important in maintenance tasks. Distraction and stress can impair attention, leading to errors. Perception creates meaningful representations from sensory input, but can be influenced by expectations and context, sometimes resulting in misinterpretation. Memory is critical for consistent action and learning. It involves registration, storage, and retrieval of information. Ultra short-term, and long-term memory each play a role. Short-term memory is limited in capacity and duration, while long-term memory stores knowledge, experiences, and motor programs. Maintenance personnel should rely on manuals and temporary aids rather than memory, as forgetting or confusion can lead to errors. Claustrophobia, the abnormal fear of enclosed spaces, and fear of heights can affect technicians during maintenance tasks. These conditions may not be apparent at the start of employment but can develop over time. Supervisors should make jobs as comfortable and secure as possible, providing appropriate equipment and breaks. Teamwork and support from colleagues help manage these fears and ensure safety during inspections and repairs. Organizational culture influences how employees operate, with each company having its own philosophy, policies, and procedures. Personal standards, professionalism, and responsibility are shaped by training and mentorship. Adherence to duty and procedures ensures tasks are done accurately. Recognizing and resisting risky behaviors, such as relying on norms instead of safety requirements, is essential for maintaining high standards. Personal integrity empowers technicians to check that work is done correctly, promoting safety, professionalism, and resistance to risky behavior. Never sign for work you have not performed or inspected. Trust should not replace good communication and vigilance. Professionalism is developed through training and mentorship, influencing attitudes and behaviors throughout a technician's career. In this case, a senior technician signed for a task completed by a newer AMT without checking the work. The newer AMT had never performed the task before and misunderstood the procedure. This led to a malfunction during flight requiring emergency actions. The lesson is clear. All personnel must be fully aware of task progress, and professionalism requires vigilance and communication to avoid risky decisions. Group responsibility means each member feels accountable for the output, not just their own work. Cross-checking, challenging others, and working together ensure safety. However, responsibility can be diluted in groups, leading to assumptions that someone else will act. Awareness of group dynamics, such as group polarization and groupthink, helps prevent risky decisions and supports effective teamwork. Group polarization is the tendency for groups to make decisions more extreme than individual members would. Groupthink occurs when the desire for unanimous agreement overrides rational procedures. These phenomena can lead to risky shifts or overly cautious decisions. Technicians must be aware of these dynamics and strive for balanced, responsible decision-making within teams. Intergroup conflicts arise when teams fail to share responsibility, especially during shift handovers. Social loafing describes individuals working less hard when they believe others are handling the task. These issues can compromise safety and efficiency. Clear communication, defined roles, and mutual accountability help prevent conflicts and ensure all team members contribute effectively. Motivation drives technicians to perform at their best, while demotivation can lead to complacency and errors. Factors such as reward, punishment, peer pressure, and organizational culture influence motivation. Recognizing these influences helps managers and technicians foster a positive environment, encouraging professionalism and adherence to safety standards. Peer pressure can influence technicians to conform to group norms, sometimes at the expense of safety. Culture issues, including organizational culture and safety culture, shape attitudes and behaviors. A strong safety culture promotes adherence to procedures and encourages reporting errors. Awareness of peer pressure and culture issues helps technicians resist risky behaviors and maintain high standards. Effective teamwork and leadership are essential for safe and efficient maintenance operations. Teamwork involves clear communication, defined roles, and mutual support. Leadership provides direction, motivation, and supervision. Both are critical for managing complex tasks, preventing errors, and fostering a positive safety culture. Training and mentorship help develop these skills among technicians. Management, supervision, and leadership roles are distinct but interconnected. Management sets policies and ensures resources, supervision oversees task execution, and leadership motivates and guides teams. Effective management and supervision support positive safety behaviors, while strong leadership fosters professionalism and responsibility. Understanding these roles helps technicians navigate organizational dynamics and maintain high standards. Fitness and health are fundamental for technicians, affecting both physical and mental performance. Stress, whether domestic or work-related, can impair judgment, attention, and decision-making. Recognizing symptoms and managing stress through positive measures, breaks, and relaxation techniques is essential for maintaining safety and efficiency in the maintenance environment. Workload, fatigue, and shift work are significant factors affecting performance. Overload and underload can lead to errors, while fatigue impairs attention and decision-making. Shift work presents challenges in adapting to night shifts and managing sleep debt. Strategies such as controlled naps, breaks, and proper scheduling help mitigate these risks and support technician well-being. Alcohol, medication, and drug abuse can significantly impair performance, attention, and safety. Understanding the effects of these substances and adhering to regulations is crucial for technicians. Awareness, education, and support programs help prevent abuse and ensure a safe working environment. Human factors are integral to aviation maintenance, influencing every aspect of technician performance and safety. Understanding and managing these factors, through awareness, training, communication, and adherence to procedures, ensures a safer, more efficient maintenance environment. By applying concepts like PAIR, recognizing the dirty dozen, and fostering a strong safety culture, technicians can prevent errors and build rewarding careers. Remember, human factors are not just something to learn, they're a way of life in aviation maintenance.